This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Stages Theater in Fullerton for their presentation of The Twilight Zone.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
David Campos. I was director and also acted in 2 of the episodes. I played Adams in The Lonely, and then I played the Argentinian Mr. Alvarez in the To Serve Man. Adams is the one of the astronauts that makes the deliveries for the guy that's in the asteroid. So he hates his job, and so he takes it on the guy that's there because he spends so much time taking stuff out there. So it's his job, but he hates it.
Great. So as the director, why do you want to do something like this? Why did you want to do a Twilight Zone episode?
I love the genre. I love Twilight Zone. I grew up with it. I remember watching the marathons. I mean, since I was very little, it's just it's a great. They're short episodes, but in those 20 minutes, you get such a great story, and it always has a little twist to it. So, which is what I love.
Great. And actually, could you comment also on what you look for in casting? Because the Twilight Zone, one thing about that series, I loved their casting. They had these fantastic stage actors there.
It depends on what episode we're doing, but we kind of try to follow some of the same that they did in the original episodes. We try to stay as true to them as we possibly can. So, we do have a big cast, so we kind of have to have a little bit of everything, but just the look and also the how well they're able to play more than one role, because we do have some of the people are in each episode. So as long as they can switch from one to the other, then that's kind of what we look for.
Yeah. So basically, if a lot of community theater actors actually listen to my show. If one of my viewers actually want to come by, what kind of advice can you give them to actually win the role?
Just to watch the episodes, because they're very stylized. So there's none of the accents that they have today. None of that. They carry themselves very differently and stuff. So just being able to relate to that's a lot of the stuff. So if they definitely one of those things that we look for.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Dari Kristen. I've been acting in Orange County for over 20 years and directing the Twilight Zones for 6 years.
Well, you don't look like you're that old,
Thank you. I'll take that.
Okay, so basically, what do you like so much about directing the Twilight Zone episodes?
Well, I was watching it one time, and I was actually watching the piano in the house, and the majority of it took place in one room, and I thought, wow, this would be great on stage. And when you look at the scripts, the writing is just incredible. I mean, they could stand up to any theatrical script, to this day. So I just had the idea of this is really good writing. We could put some really good acting, and we could put this on stage, and we've been doing it for 6 years now, and people love it.
Yeah, actually, back then, I believe everyone thought Star Trek was probably the best thing that came out of that era of TV. But actually, believe it or not, I actually think Twilight Zone was the best. Yeah,
Twilight Zone it's definitely got that sci-fi aspect to it that people were really into. And a lot of people who like Star Trek also like Twilight Zone because it's kind of that same genre.
Okay, so for your casting, what do you look for in your casting?
I like people who can act good. But like David said, we definitely like people to understand the time period, because you carried yourself differently, and we work really hard on playing it straight. We're not making fun of anything. We want to be loyal to what Rod Serling's vision was. So I think we do a pretty good job.
I enjoyed this performance. I think it's actually worth seeing.
Thank you. We love doing it too. We have a lot of fun.
Okay, well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashton Marcus with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Mark Coyen. I've been an actor for about 25 years now. Graduated from the American Conservatory Theater. I was a founding artist of the now defunct Hunger Artist Theater Company here in Fullerton. Worked at South Coast Repertory, Laguna Playhouse, Stages, Maverick, Shakespeare Orange County, several places around Orange County. I was in Back There, where I played Wellington, and I'm Michael Chambers in To Serve Man.
Great. Okay, well, first of all, I loved your performances.
Thank you.
Okay, now I have a question for you. Why do you think Twilight Zone was such a great show, a great series?
Had excellent writing, really good actors, really interesting themes, I think.
Yeah, I'm also told that it's actually very similar to stage acting.
Yeah, I would say so. In fact, I think a lot of the actors that did it came out of a stage background. I think that was very conducive to it.
Yeah, and also a lot of the themes back then. Back then in the, I believe during the 60s, they were like, man gets married to a woman, they have 2 kids, and they live happily ever after. That's the whole show.
Right, yeah, exactly. But they definitely twisted that in this series. It's always that little twist at the end, absolutely.
Great. Okay, so basically, what do you look for in stage pieces that you want to perform in?
Interesting characters with good conflict, definitely. I think that's the most important thing.
Great. Okay, well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Right. Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Sean Hesketh. I've been acting since I was taking classes at OCC, and then I've been doing shows around Orange County for the last 10 years or so. I played James Corey in The Lonely. I'm a prisoner on an asteroid. He's a guy falsely imprisoned in solitary confinement on an asteroid. So he is the titular Lonely.
Yeah. Actually, I liked your performance a lot.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, because basically you were the only thing there. A couple of guys came in there.
Yeah, well, it's fun. I love doing shows like that, especially when. It's especially fun watching the original Jack Warden played the character, and it's nice to be able to do an homage to somebody who is that great already.
Right, were you trying to do an impersonation, or did you add any of your own character to it?
No, it's not an impersonation, but once somebody's laid the groundwork down for what I think is a really impressive performance, there's not a whole lot of reason to change it up, because nobody's going to mistake me for him anyways. So, I just steal what's good.
Okay. Actually, I've seen you in a couple of other pieces, and I'm very impressed by your work.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I hope actually my viewers actually look out for your name and look for the stuff you're in the future.
Okay, yeah. Listen to him. He knows what he's talking about.
All right, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Rob Downs.
Great. Can I have a brief bio of you?
I've just been acting since I was about 11. That's about it.
Okay. And which character did you play?
I played AMB. He's the character. He's a captain of a ship in The Lonely.
Okay. And can I have a brief synopsis of that character?
He's captain of a ship in The Lonely.
You're going to be a very interesting interview. I asked this guy, and you're going to give me yes and no answers, right?
No, of course not. That's ridiculous. Yes, I am.
Okay, so why do you think Twilight Zone was such a great series?
I think it's just it was one of these things where you take the saccharine American life and you kind of put it on its head, and people enjoyed seeing that kind of thing, seeing what else could happen to the average person in an extraordinary circumstance.
Yeah, again, a lot of people commented that Twilight Zone was actually a lot like theater back then, or even back right now. What do you think about that?
That makes sense. Yeah, there's a theatricality to the way the episodes are written and the way they feel. It's very theatrical. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as for you, what did you try to add to your character?
Just a sense of snark. Overall. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
No problem.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Wade Williamson. So I'm an actor and work in theater in the area and have been for a long time, and started acting here with the Twilight Zones again about 5 years ago, and I've been in them ever since. I played a couple of small parts. I had the Colonel in To Serve Man, and I played one of the card players in the first episode called Back There.
Okay. So why do you think the Twilight Zone is such a good series?
I think the way they're doing it here on stage just shows that people know it, they remember it, they watch it on the holidays for the marathons, and when they see an opportunity to come and see it live, the tickets go pretty quick. People love to come see the show here.
Yeah, actually, I liked it also. Well, the series and also this performance. Mm-hmm. It's a lot like stage acting.
Right. Well, the scripts sort of lend themselves to it because most people who were starring in Twilight Zone episodes came from radio and came from the stage. So when they started doing television, those actors moved right into that medium, and it's still the same kind of style, the same kind of approach. Even though some of the scripts are kind of clunky, we can put them on stage and we can, play them the way they're meant to be played, and the audience buys into it, and I think everyone has a good time.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
The Twilight Zone will be playing at Stages Theatre from July 10th to August 1st. For more information, go to www.stagesoc.org or theorangecurtainrev.com.